Hey, Railbirds, here we are at the 2023 WPA World Artistic Pool Championships. We have 21 of the best artistic pool and trick shot players from the world. This is a great turnout, great tournament. We are coming at you live from the Boys and Girls Club of the Great Lakes Bay region here in Bay City, Michigan. And we are being joined today by Brian, Superman, Polly, and Mark White. I will turn the microphone over to our guest commentators today. Take it away, fellas.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing, Mark, this morning?
Hey, good morning, Brian. Now, I've just realised something. I don't have a nickname. Brian, Superman, Paulie, and Mark White. Come on, I need a nickname. What do you reckon? Mark the Mouth?
No. How about the commentator of champions?
Whoa. I think Jeremy, Carl, and Scott Frost might have something to say about that, but I'll take it.
Or just the commentator?
That'll do. So who have we got here then? Brian, what's going on here?
Yeah, so we're finishing up our 5 minutes of practice on the table.
Since they're still practicing, we can introduce the players now.
Perfect. There we go.
That's it, Mike, you're done. Okay, everybody, that takes care of the practice.
As soon as we say that, then they're done. So now everyone's going to shake hands before the match. That's one thing that we do in artistic pool. We root each other on. We want everyone to do well.
And this is normal. This started in 2000.
Young Keegan, look. Just spotted him. He's going to be a face we're going to see a lot of, I'm sure, in the future. There's
Absolutely.
Jamie the Vest. Jamie the Vest Moody.
Yep, it's funny. Mike didn't move. Everybody comes down to Mike.
It's good to be the king.
Yep, absolutely. And it's an honor to have him on the stream.
Okay, guys, listen up. My best to all of you. Fans, don't be afraid to let go. They don't want quiet. They want a little noise once in a while. Don't be bashful. Let them know you appreciate your
Javier says, Mark the Golden Voice White.
Ooh, I like that.
And guys, also make sure you do your
Is that Javier Gomez from Mexico?
Yes,
My good
it
buddy.
is.
Taught me three cushion and a few trick shots as well when I was down there in Mexico City. Really looked after me.
Yeah,
Nice
he was supposed
guy.
to come to this
Shame he's
tournament
not
and
here.
just couldn't make it. So Javier, we'll see you at the next one. Alrighty, here we go. I believe Mike is leading us off in this tournament. So
Really does look fantastic, that venue. Mike, the pastor of Paul. Look,
Actually,
there he is. Look.
that was the wrong mic. We have two mics.
yep. The legend himself.
Wow. I had a lovely there's a lovely 20-minute interview with me and Mike Massey where he was singing some songs and talking about his music and, of course, all his time as world trick shot champion. There you see.
Yep.
The
He still has
familiar.
some records. He's one of only 2 people who have won this event 4 times. He still leads with the most discipline wins of all time at 14 world discipline titles. So he is still a man to beat. So I had a nice, easy 6-point draw shot called the firecracker. So we're going to make all 3 balls in those pockets, draw back, make the 10. Hardest part about this is drawing back straight.
Notice he's over to the carbon. He's gone over to the dark side, Tennessee Tarzan. He's got the carbon shaft.
He uses both, actually.
Looks like a short shaft, that one as well, Mike. Is he like a carom shaft, maybe?
I think just because Mike's that big.
Yeah. Oh, that's, as you said, Brian, it was the difficult part was drawing back straight.
Yep, it is very easy to go either right or left of this. If you put a little bit of side spin on it, or if you just tweak your stroke just a little bit, you're going to come in not center. So, yeah, and Abram Diaz just did the same thing on table 2. Even though this is a 6-point shot, this can be missed. I know, I missed it last night. All right, right, here we go. Second attempt, 5 points. Did you notice Mike
he's
is
gone the other
aiming
way.
Mike's aiming to the left. Did you see that? So
Yes.
he's coming back straight, but he's angled wrong. But he'll make an adjustment. That's one of the reasons why Mike was so good at this, is because he can make an adjustments, and he very rarely zeroed out on shots.
Well, golfers have their caddies. I think these artistic pool players should have a caddy as well to set them up for them.
They do in artistic billiards, if I remember correctly.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look, he's not straight again, is he? Well, that's uncharacteristic for Tarzan. He swung the wrong way there.
All right. Watching in the chat, the grid lines are on the table. They're just kind of light, and you don't really see them with the overhead camera and the light. So, but the grid lines are on the table. That helps us place the balls and so forth. So, and then you got the hometown boy coming up.
The Michigan Kid.
Yeah, like Thomas said, and we've said multiple times, this event would not have happened without Jason. We were working with the promoter for our World Championships. Didn't come to fruition, and Jason's like, all right, well, let's try to do it in Bay City because I have connections and I know people. And a number of months later, here we are. That's a short version of that story.
Can't believe Drew, the driver Sozio, hasn't tried to get one in his hometown to save him doing a bit of driving for a change. Oh, first time, look.
Nicely done. 6 points. All right, Michael Hewitt's going to come up, and I believe he's doing the same shot. Hello, good morning, Gloria.
Gloria, one of my favourite songs from the 80s.
All right, I think he's
Laura
doing one sim.
Branigan.
There you go.
Beautiful stroke. Super slow-mo. Decided to cut it in the side, Brian.
All right, looks like Michael Hewitt is doing the same shot. He's just doing it on the opposite side of the table. Which we're allowed to do. You can change, you can do a mirror image, you can do a different side of the table. So Mark, since we got Mike Massey on the table and while Michael Hewitt is setting this shot up, when was the first time you saw Mike Massey?
I'm going to give my age away. I mean, everyone knows he's 77. I'm not far behind him. I'm 15 years younger than him. So it was back in the 70s when I was really, really into snooker. I was quite a good snooker player when I was sort of from the ages of 12 onwards. First started playing when I was 7. And when I can remember some time that Mike came and joined the snooker tour and tried his hand at snooker, and in between matches he would do some trick shots, and I was just fascinated by them, you know, and who hasn't got or tried to learn at least one of Mike's shots?
Absolutely. I think we've all done that a time or two. That's why all of us are here.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay. All right, here we go. First attempt, 6 points.
Yeah, I like this angle.
But looking good. Nicely done, Michael Hewitt. And Michael Hewitt's a pretty decent pool player too. So that right there is a good pool player shot, because all it is just a draw shot straight back. If you set those clusters up, they go every time. But he had a nice controlled stroke, and it was just straight back.
Nicely done. Real confidence booster. I'm sure you still get nerves, Brian, even though this is his first time, is it? First time qualified?
Yep, this is his first tournament. He did a qualifier. He got in. I think he scored 145 in his qualifying run. So good for him. This is another classic shot. It's been around a long time. Spin transfer shot. So bank the 9 out of the way, put a lot of draw on the 8, forward spin, 8 ball in the corner.
Doesn't look possible.
Alright, so either Jason put a little too much side spin on that, or he cut it too much. So now he just needs to make his adjustment to either hit more full on the 8 ball or not as much side spin on it.
Yeah, that went to the long rail, didn't it, the 8 ball?
I think it went, yeah, it went
So
longer. So
cut
here
it.
yep, so here we go. Second attempt, 6 points.
Same result.
Yeah, so now he's going to have to really change what he did. Jason's a
And
veteran
I guess,
now, so.
Brian,
Good.
I guess with only one attempt remaining, then the pressure builds a little bit, doesn't it? I mean, is he one of the favourites? I'm sure he is, isn't he, for this particular discipline?
Yeah, I mean, he does have a world draw title, and he always does really good in draw. But yeah, once you get to the third attempt, it gets nerve-wracking. But the cool thing is, if you can get things on the third attempt, that means you did good adjustments. So we'll see what he does here. And he really didn't adjust because that cue ball hit the long rail all 3 times. So very weird.
Yeah, I was always taught in snooker, when you're trying to make a ball and you keep hitting the same side all the time, just purposely try and hit the other side, hit the other rail, hit the short rail, instead of just keep hitting the long rail. And invariably, you'd make the ball.
Absolutely, and it's like that when you adjust. If you, first time you see what happens, and then you make your adjustment, whatever that is, and then you see what direction it goes. If it's getting close to the pocket, then you over-adjust even more in that direction. If it went the opposite way, then you adjust to the complete opposite of what you just did.
Going about this slightly different.
Yeah, he's got a little more of an angle on this, and I think Jason said this in the commentary last night. I am way different when I set this up. I line this to the third diamond. He's lining his to the second. Most people line it maybe to the first. That's just how I hit it. That's just how I found out how it works. So everybody's got their own little, way of setting these shots up. But as long as it works for you, it works, right?
That's the main thing.
I think one of my examples for regular pool is Francisco Bustamante. He's got that stroke that's like, it shouldn't work, right? It's one of those, like, fundamentally it's not really the best way to teach people, but he beats everybody with it, so.
Yeah, it looks so, I don't want to use the word terrible, but it looks terrible.
All right, here's Mike.
That works for him.
He's doing a little different with this. See what happens. There we go. First attempt. So you see, he set it up a little bit different than Jason, hit it a little bit different than Jason, but it worked for him, and he scored points.
Yeah, and I guess when your opponent is at the table, even, you're really, really good friends, you still want to win at the end of the day. And is it something you'll do? Just watch how the table's playing to see how your opponents are setting the balls up and maybe use that to your advantage when it's your turn?
Absolutely, and that's why we mix the order up. So it's not just the same person leading every time and then the third person say, oh, I'm going to see what they do. All right, Mike here with the same shot. It's like a hanger.
Perfect. Oozes confidence, doesn't he, Mike?
All right, so now we are on to the 8-point level shots, and we'll see what these guys have in store for us. Four-ball winning pretty clean.
Yeah, I think that was the cleanest of the 3 I think we saw.
I'd agree.
Nicely done.
Ooh, the split draw shot. I love this shot.
I love this. I love this shot.
And since Kevin doesn't want to say the name, I'll say it's Słowalia. from Poland, Lucas Słowalia.
It's not that I don't
he
want to
invents
say it,
the-
it's I
the
don't know
shot,
how
yeah.
to say it.
There's some interesting names in the Polish community. Konrad Zizishin, of course. Babica.
Yeah, I remember
Zelensky.
the first time I saw Conrad's name, I'm like, I'm not even going to try that. But then I heard somebody say it. I'm like, okay, it's not that bad.
I was commentating one day on a match between Konrad Zizishin and Nurkioi, and there was Conrad's name on the scoreboard. Took up half the screen, and then there was N-Oi, and that was it. I just thought it was kind of funny.
That is hilarious.
And
You got one of
Conrad's
the longest
name is
names
worth
and
a
the shortest
fortune.
names.
Yeah. Conrad's name is worth a fortune in Scrabble. Were you allowed to use names, of course? I think there's 3 Zs in it. Imagine that on a triple word score.
Man. All right, Mike's consulting his notes to make sure he sets everything up correctly. Because you got the stroke aspect of this, and then you got the setup aspect of this. You want to make sure they're all together.
What's the key to this shot, Brian, to make it successfully?
Well, having the good draw stroke number 1, and then hitting that head ball at the right angle, so then your cue ball draws over and hits the cue stick. So you can come too high, or you can hit it too good and it comes back and it doesn't barely hit the stick. So you got to hit this just right. Here we go.
So he's drawing straight onto the stick or
Yep.
off the rail and back over?
Drawing off
Straight
the-
onto the stick.
Onto the stick and back. Alright, so you see there, the angle was off a little bit because the cue didn't come over and hit the stick, it came straight back. So even if he made the first 2 balls, he probably wouldn't have made the ball on the side. So now he has to adjust where that combo was set up or how he hits into the combo. But he had the draw right, he needed to actually hit the cue stick. So we'll see how he makes his adjustment.
And you yourself, 2017 champion, Brian, special arts discipline. I've been doing a little bit of research on you. An ambassador for McDermott as well.
Yep, I've won a couple of these discipline titles. They are tough, and especially with a field as strong as this. I mean, our first 2 disciplines are perfect scores. So if you shoot a 34, you're probably not getting it.
Oh, he's missed the draw. Didn't get enough draw on it, did he? And he doesn't seem to be aiming super low on this cue ball either. He's kind of angled down slightly between middle and bottom. Not really getting through the cue ball, is he, at the moment?
Yeah, it almost looks like he was kind of punch and drive on that stroke instead of it being
Yeah,
nice and
yeah.
fluid. Now, he made the adjustment on the combo, so that's good. So now he needs to do exactly what he just did, but get a better fluid draw stroke versus just like a punch and drive. Because he kind of jumped up on that too.
The worst thing to do here is try and hit it. It's all about the stroke, right? As it says on the tin. You need to get that nice stroke. You see, he's quite an elevated, using the loop bridge here, still going down on the cue ball.
Yep, no score on that one, so.
He kind of didn't do any of the parts really well there, did he? The first one, of course, he was off on the aim. And then the last 2, the stroke just wasn't there.
Yeah, like the first and third attempt are almost carbon copies of each other. You missed the combo and you drew almost all the way back to the pocket and avoided the cue. But then when he adjusted, made the combo, he didn't draw enough to get to the stick. So Mike's going to now try this shot and we'll see how he does.
So you have to place the cue ball on the bolt, on the line, on the kitchen line, do you, Brian? Or anywhere?
It's either on the line or behind. Where Mike had the cue ball was a little closer, so. Mike's
Those
forgotten
poor
so
people
much.
on table 3.
Yep.
Those people on table 3 need a crash helmet.
Yeah. Mike's probably forgotten more about artistic pool than I'll ever know, so. He's allowed to forget a thing or two.
He's not a bad songwriter either, and singer. You'll often see him at events, sat down with his guitar, strumming away and singing a few songs for you.
Yep, his guitar is here this weekend, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing that.
Has he not invented a trick shot including his guitar?
I don't think he has, but I'm not going to put it past him. I mean, the man did a trick shot with a cowboy boot, so. All right, here we go. Second attempt.
Well, it's carbon copy, isn't it?
All right,
Because he's made the combo there. No draw. Yeah, I told you, look, he deserves a caddy.
Absolutely, Jason being nice to the legend. Yeah, so Mike's got to maybe change his angle or put a little more draw stroke on this. So he made the adjustment to make the combo. Now he's just got to get the draw to come over and hit the stick and come down the stick.
What's the aiming point on the combo? Is it half ball? Is it 3/4 ball? What would you say?
It's about half ball
Percentage
usually.
of that one half
It's
ball?
about half ball usually. I aim center to edge on this. So I'm aiming to the right edge of that head ball. No points for Mike. Shocking. He looks like he kind of punched at that. Though. It's not like he did like that classic Mike Massey stroke. He kind of like he punched at that.
Yeah, he actually caught the very end of the butt of the cue, didn't he? That's why he got no pace on the cue ball.
Yep. Ideally, you want to hit that right about like half of the handle, give or take, so it can just slide all the way back.
Oh, I think I know this shot.
Yeah, Jason's doing the same shot.
Yeah. Oh, the other way, sorry, that's why it confused me. He's coming the other way, isn't he? Is that Mr. Tomadandy I see there?
Maybe. Yeah, Abram just hit that 10-point draw shot I know you like, and everyone in the room loved it. Ooh.
Oh, yes, but missed the one.
Yeah, so he's got to make the adjustment on the combo, and then you see where the cue ball landed on the cue, he overdrew that. So if it comes that high on the stick, unless you got that 3 ball like barely hanging, it's not going to go. So ideally you want to hit it about halfway where the handle is, because you know you're going to make that ball and come back. So it just has to make some adjustments.
It was certainly the nicest stroke we've seen out of the 3 players. Really, really got through that cue ball. And, you know, no effort either, Brian. It was a nice, smooth stroke. No hit, no punch. Pure stroke.
Absolutely. You see what Jason did? He moved where the 1 ball and the 2 ball was. He kind of changed the angle on the ball. So we'll see if that works for his adjustment.
Cole Brown in the chat says Bustamonte's stroke is super interesting. That's one way of putting it. It's the nicest explanation I've ever read about it.
Yeah, he's
There
actually
you go, look.
he's actually on my pool team, so he's tuning in and watching.
Bustamani's on your pool team? Nice team.
No, Cole Brown is, but I wish Bustamante was on my pool team. Nicely done, Jason. You see how he changed his angle point on those combo balls allowed for those balls to go.
Yeah, and the big thing there for me was just the purity of the stroke. It was just gorgeous. It was effortless. Takes a lot of effort to be effortless, Brian.
Absolutely. Look how
at
far that
just timed it. Oh,
hit it good. That's how that shot's supposed to look. But you see how far his follow through was.
yeah,
Nicely
Tennessee
done.
Tarzan approves.
All right, we're going to the 9-point draw shots now. Mike's going to have to figure out what he wants to do for his 9-pointer.
Yeah, he will be going first this time. They've all had a turn at going first.
Keegan just went over and hit that 10-point draw shot on his second try. Good for him. Got a nice little crowd in here, so that's what you're hearing in the background. And that's good to hear.
Looks very, very nice. And of course, this year, raising money for the Boys and Girls Club.
All right,
Every
so
$5 goes to the charity. Go ahead, Brian. What's going on here?
so this is a pool shot. So this is basically just make the ball and then draw off the 2 rails and make the combo back here. So actually, Anthony made this shot last night. A lot of people don't shoot this, but this is a pool player shot.
Yeah, and this is a shot I remember all the pool pros having a go at. Shane Van Boning, I saw do it. Jason Shaw was doing it. Fedor Gorst, they all had a go at this. This went viral, this shot. Really looks good when it's played well. Shane Van Boning hit it and walked away from the table, knew it was going.
It might be a little short. Spin.
And this is going as well, is it?
Ooh, wow. All right, so now Mike's just going to have to make his adjustments. So he can change the angle how he hits this, the amount of side spin, but man, that got close.
Look, you can see the enthusiasm hasn't gone, has it? He was willing that ball.
All right, here we go. Second attempt. Come on, Mike. Oh, he went a little long.
Yeah, didn't really get into it, did he?
All right, well, as Tom Rossman would say, just now hit it in the middle. He's gone short, he's gone long, so time to hit it in the middle.
He's going all out here. Screams of Ramos.
We know who that is, Mr. Gaston Tomadani. All right, look at this.
Oh,
This
yes.
is looking better.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Just got
Never in doubt,
that.
says Mike.
Look at that ball spin. He barely got this, too.
Jason there watching intently. Shall I mark a point down or not? Just.
All right, so
4C.
Jason's doing the one-handed draw. And he does it a little bit different. So some people will use a Massey cue to do this. Most of us will use the full-length cue, but again, this is how Jason has practiced it. So as long as it works for him.
Yeah, for those of you who'd like to know a little bit more about Jason Freddie Lynch, the Michigan kid, I got the pleasure of doing a nice interview for an hour with him just before this tournament got underway, and it's online if you want to go and have a look at that. Very interesting guy. Miss Q.
I did that a couple times last night, didn't I, Kevin?
We won't talk about that.
Hey, at least mine went in the pocket, though, right? All right, here we go. Second attempt. There you go. 8 points. Hit that almost like a jump draw in a sense. Yeah, it looks like Michael Hewitt setting up on the same shot, and he is actually doing the same concept. He is using a Massey cue as well. Interesting story behind this Massey cue. So this was my first Massey cue I ever had. It was the Eric Yao Massey cue, and his nickname was the Preacher. So when Abram Diaz made me my custom Dark Superman Massey cue, I gave this to Michael Hewitt because I said, hey, you're the pastor of pool. You don't have a Massey cue. You should have this.
Oh, how nice.
All right, so here we go. Michael Hewitt, one-handed draw, first attempt.
Found the balance point. Oh, go on.
All right, just a little more snap of that wrist. And he's got it.
It was a little bit dainty, so to speak.
Yep. Got to put a little more of a stroke on this. All right, come on, Mike. I want to see you hit this. Getting closer.
I guess that's his son then.
Yep. With the groan you heard from the crowd, Keegan just did this great force follow shot, hit the combo, and it didn't fall. Crazy. All right, come on, Michael. Here we go. Tough shot.
Yes, didn't really get any draw, did he, on it?
Yeah, it seems like he jabbed at it a little too much, but
Yeah.
a little more loose wrist, and he's got it.
So what tip is on a Massey cue? Is it the same? Is it like a jump? Is it the same as a jump tip, a break tip, a playing tip? What is it?
Most people will use an Elkmaster, ironically, for a Massey tip.
Snooker tip.
But some people also have used a Sniper, where it's a little more of a medium hard tip. So that's really what your preference is. And I know you like this shot, Mark, the down the alley shot, that long draw stroke.
Oh, I love this. Yeah, make the 2-ball, or whatever ball it is he's using, draw all the way back, and then the right hand spin sends the cue ball over to the left against the cue and makes the ball in the side. Simple, huh? What could possibly go wrong?
Right. Yeah, this shot last night saved my Massey round since I missed the one-handed draw and I hit this on the first try. So I was able to at least get a 29 and draw. But this is so cool when it goes. Yeah, so Jason's freezing these balls on the rail. A number of us shoot it this way. Some people have a little bit of a gap. It's just, again, your preference. So 1-2, he's going to make the 2-ball in the corner, draw off the rail, all the way back around, hit the stick, come down, and make the combo.
Yeah, my favourite part of this shot is when that cue ball hits that back rail where Jason's standing now and then zips over to the right as we are looking. Lots of right hand spin. Here it goes.
Hit
Here
it
it
good.
goes. First time.
Hit that good. All right. Respectable 31 from Jason in draw. Anytime you hit in the 30s, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like having those balls frozen there, Brian. I just think it gives you a little bit more power when you're actually hitting two balls that are touching rather than just one.
Well, in the shot, both balls have to be frozen anyways. But if they're frozen to the rail.
They do.
Yeah. So some people have them frozen maybe like an inch or so off the rail. But I like it shooting it off the rail when it's frozen to the rail, because it's like you got a little extra pizzazz coming straight off that rail.
Yeah. Makes the draw slightly easier because you're already at the rail.
It looks like he's going to freeze him on the rail as well. So, and that's how Jason shoot it, and Jason was the one who worked with him, so he's going to probably shoot it very similar to how Jason shoots it.
Yesterday, you remember we had Anna Zurdikova from Slovakia in the booth just to, get her to tell her little story about her journey into the trick shot world. And she posted a couple of shots last night. I knew what she'd do. As soon as she got out the booth, it was straight onto the table for her. And she did a couple of the shots from the book successfully as well. And going to be really interesting, her journey, Brian. It'd be great to see a female on this tour.
Absolutely. Actually, she messaged me this morning, so I was chatting with her a little bit, and she's like, okay, when's the next event? How many events do you have? And so I was like, all right,
Yeah.
we'll be here. Oh, look at this. Does he get it? Does he get
Yes.
it? You notice where he put the bridge at, the further down the rail you go, it gives you way more area to get into. If you have the butt further up, you may miss it.
Is there any rule? Can it be in the pocket or not?
It could be in the pocket. We've had players actually put the cue stick all the way into the pocket.
Right.
It's just frozen onto the rail.
I seem to remember something like that. Give a bit of body English as well. That always helps, doesn't it?
It seems to help, but sometimes it doesn't. So here's the interesting thing. So Mike's shooting this shot. I was pretty sure that he was either going to shoot the circular draw or the Massey power draw, the shot named after him. But he's shooting this one too.
Way to go, Dad. That's right, Luke. He's doing well, isn't he? On his debut. No power.
No, his angle is off a little bit too, because that came right back to the corner. It needs to come back to the bottom rail.
Wouldn't mind some of his air miles, I know that.
All right, second attempt for Massey here. 10-point draw shot. This will be 9 points for him.
Whose cue is that laying on the floor down to the left there? That's a big one. Oh, this looks good too, near the corner again though.
Yeah, he over-adjusted. So last time he went straight to the pocket. This time he hit the stick before the pocket, so he's got to adjust the opposite way. What you're seeing laying it over there on the floor, that was a banner tube. There it is. Now, if that was a pull
Might
cue,
have been Mike's playing cue.
yeah, right. If that's a playing cue, I don't want to see the individual who's using it. That's a Paul Bunyan cue.
That's the sort of cue Superman would use, surely.
Maybe. Clark Kent, no. Superman, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, last attempt here for Mike. And this will finish out our draw portion, and we'll go to follow.
Hopefully we're going to see through the window. Oh, this looks better. He's gone the other way, though, isn't he? Too far the other way.
With these three people here, I don't know if these guys are going to shoot the window, but you never know. Usually I shoot it, but last night it wasn't going for me, so I did the get out of my way to knock the two balls up, follow up the rail for the one. I know you were probably not happy with me for not shooting the window, but...
Well, the only saving grace is I wasn't watching. I was
okay.
Sleeping, so I wouldn't have missed it.
So now I'm off the hook.
You're off the hook, mate. Kira Lynch, I think that's Jason's wife, isn't it? Is it
Yes.
Jason's partner? Yeah.
Yep, that's his wife.
Hi, Kira.
Yeah, I was actually best man at their wedding.
Oh, wow.
Keegan over here hit a really tough 10-point foul shot on his third try. He is stroking really good over here. Going shot for shot with Abram.
Yeah, that takes some doing. Keegan, a super nice young kid. Met him in Michigan a couple of years back. Played in the Predator event there.
Alright, so Mike looks like he cut that ball a little too much because it came off the rail and came up. So he's going to have to catch more of the ball on this, because I did this last night. I put too much of a cut on it and it didn't get up the rail.
This is
So
a bit
here we
like
go.
an English billiard shot, this, the forced follow, isn't it?
Yep. Pretty shot.
Cue ball onto the 8. Same again.
This
Have to put it
6-point shot.
maybe a touch straighter.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to catch more of the one ball. I think he's not catching enough of it. Abram shooting a cue ball over here at us.
Yeah, I mean, he's been off the table more than on. They charge him for using the floor, not the table.
All right, here we go. Michael Hewitt, last attempt. Yeah, he caught too much. He didn't catch enough of the one ball. He cut it too much. That's a 6-point shot that's eerily hard. Even though it's 6 points, it can be a challenging shot.
Yeah, a bit stingy there on the points for that difficulty. Only 6 points for making that. I blame the president. And that's not you anymore, is it? I hear, Brian.
Yeah, I like being able to just be a player.
I was going to ask you that, actually. Have you found it easier this year just concentrating on playing, or are you still finding yourself getting... Are people still coming to you with questions? And
I get the questions a little bit. I'm helping Jason out with some things here, not as much as if I were running it. But yeah, it is nice to where, like, I don't have to be here early to set things up. I don't have to stay late to get this done. I don't have to spend time not practicing to get this paperwork done. So I get to really just focus on my game this week, and I'm really enjoying it. If I keep going on my pace as far as my score, I'll break my record again in prelims. So see what happens. But I definitely appreciate what Jason is doing, and for making this event what it is. I mean, this is one of the best Worlds we've had in quite some time.
Yeah, this is my third one that I've experienced. I've done 2 remotely and 1 actually at the venue. I was at the league room, which was a beautiful.
Does
This
he
is
get
a
it?
great shot. Look at, oh, unlucky.
He hit that good. Just a little bit of a bad roll. It looks like it bounced off the rail a little bit, so either a little more stroke. He can even put some inside on this so it hugs the rail. All right, final attempt. Yeah.
No, he had some inside on it as well, Brian.
Yeah, I think he did kind of what Michael Hewitt did, is he cut it just a little too much. But good attempts, though.
That's a fine looking venue, really does. I mean, you know, that's, it's a quality event, isn't it? It's up there with everything. So tell me, Brian, I know the answer, but tell everyone else, what's your favourite venue?
My favorite venue?
In pool in general, yes. It's on your bio, so either you're lying or you've got a bad memory.
If I remember correctly what I put on my bio, my favorite venue is Derby City.
Yeah, the Horseshoe Casino at Derby.
And I was just there a couple weeks ago. There you go, that looks better.
Oh yes, oh yes.
See, he made his adjustment. He caught way more of the one ball than what the other guys were and put a little bit of inside to hold it, so.
He tends to play with, it could be misconstrued as, I don't know, a little bit arrogant at times. That's what I first thought when I saw him. But after getting to know him, that's not his character whatsoever. I think he just plays with that confidence and that, a little bit of, not arrogance is probably the wrong word, but just confidence, you know. And I think it's something that you need in any cue sport that you play. You need that, you know, self-assured kind of demeanour about you, and he oozes it.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes people misunderstand or misconstrued confidence as arrogance. You know, I mean, if you do something really, really well that not a lot of people can do, you know, that's going to give you some confidence. It's not saying, hey, you know, no one else can hit this but me. It's like, hey, a lot of people can't, but I can. And, you know, there's a phrase I've always heard. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Sometimes you can take it too far, and that's where it gets to the arrogant part. But, no, Jason's confident in his stroke, so.
Who's Terry Pawley? Any relation?
That's my mom.
Oh, hello, Mum. You raised a lovely son.
So this is a classic shot that's been around for a long time. I had a funny feeling Mike was going to pick this. This is the machine gun follow shot. So he's going to hit the 4 ball in this case. Actually, no, the 1 ball in this case. He's going to carry him off the 4, and the follow spin is going to keep it down the rail. It's going to go right through there, rat-a-tat, sound like a machine gun. Jason, the sign fell down, and now he's having fun with it.
Self-promotion.
So Tom, we have a Massey version of this, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see this multiple times in the Massey round. But Tom Rossman likes to call all these machine gun shots the da-da-da-da-da-da shot, because that's what the cue ball does.
The noise you used to make as a kid with your pretend guns.
Yep, pretty much. All right, here we go. First try, machine gun follow.
Yes, there it is.
Nicely done. And Jason's going to shoot the same shot.
Come on, Brian, I'm waiting for the sound effects.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
He was one short.
So while Jason is setting this up, Mark, what is your next big thing you're going to be a part of?
Well, I'm going to be getting up at silly o'clock for from the 21st of February. I'm going to be remotely commentating on the huge event in Las Vegas, where there's 5 events this year. We've got the new women's showdown. We've got a really interesting mixed Scotch doubles tournament. We have the men's World 10 ball, and we also have the Las Vegas men's and women's open. So it's 10 days of non-stop great pool. All the best players in the world are there, and I'm going to be getting up starting at midnight for me and finishing round about 10 a.m. the following day for 10 days.
Good shot, Jason. Yeah, when I saw that mixed Scotch doubles tournament announced and who was playing, I was like, this is going to be cool to watch.
I mean, really have got the best in the world. Can I run through the names quickly while this setup's going on?
Sure. Look how easy that ball went through there. That looks cool. All right. I did the sound effect last time. Your turn, Mark.
So we've got Kelly Fisher and Alex Kazakis. We've got Alison Fisher and Shane Van Boney. Pia and Josh Filler. Fedor and Christina Tkach. Jasmine and Albin Ocean. I mean, it's fantastic. We've got Chao Che Yu and Chang Jun Lin. We have Wei Chu Chen and Ko Pin Yi. Margaret Fefilova and Tyler Steyer. So it really is a huge event, that. And then Eklan Kachi will be back after his bad accident in that off-roading where he completely crushed his left arm. He'll be back hoping to defend the title, which he won last year against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz.
That'll be good to see. That'll be good to see him back. I remember when I saw him, he had that accident. I was like, man, that's horrible for him. But no, I'm looking forward to the mixed doubles. I met Joshua Filler and Pia Filler down at Derby. Got a chance to talk to them for a little bit, and nice people.
Yeah, awesome people. And really, if I'm honest, maybe the best Scotch doubles pair out of all of them, because they've done it a lot, in the world teams. They were world team champions last year in Puerto Rico as well. They really are a great Scotch doubles pair, and the best thing about having Josh Filler as a partner, he just always says, just let me see the ball, because he can just put everything, can't he? Anyway, back to this. Mr. Hewitt on the machine gun shot.
Well, he's seen it made twice, so see if he can follow the leader.
Really nice, brand new diamond table. Simona's cloth. Aramith balls, doesn't get better, does it?
Top 3. That's the top 3 in my book. Does he get it?
He has got it. Go on.
Oh, my goodness. Man. As one of my friends would say, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
Well, he's in Kellogg country, so he needs to have a few more cornflakes maybe, or some Weetabix, just to give him that little bit of extra power. He failed on the one-handed jump because of lack of power, and now he's just failed on that one.
Very good attempt. So the only thing I could think of was maybe one of those balls got a little too close in the one ball gap. Could have been a number of different things. He just got a bad roll there. Hit it good. The problem with these shots, though, like a shot like this, if you miss it, you got to take the time to set it up again.
I think it might have been that last ball actually. Because
Could have been.
Yeah, he caught that last ball rather thick, and then it took all the pace out of the cue ball. So I think it was that last ball.
Yep, so now he's checking, making sure everything's right. Yeah, we got Kevin in the booth. He could probably figure it back.
I'm surprised you haven't discovered a little fail-safe. Here we go. Let's have a look. Look at this last ball. Yeah, you see it caught that 7, didn't it? Rather thick. I think it was a little bit too close.
All right, let's see if Michael was paying attention and made his adjustment. Because if he hits it again like he did this last attempt, should go.
Yeah, he hit it sweet, didn't he? See that ball's come back again. You see that?
Yeah, so
it hit the rail and come back.
Yeah, so the straight ball, it's not frozen to the rail. So if he catches one of those balls full, it'll bank and then come back and then block.
Yeah, it went back onto the 7, didn't it? You watch this replay. There it goes. Kicked the 12 onto the rail, came back. That pushed the 7 into the way and blocked.
Yeah, so these line of balls, they are adjustable. So I've seen some people slide the line further down towards the pocket, but that also makes the entry kind of tough. But then you don't have that straight ball banking off the long rail coming back in. So there's a couple different ways you can go about it. If you have it off the rail like these are, then you got to put some pace on that ball so that situation doesn't happen. But Michael's got his last attempt now, so see if he can make an adjustment.
The pressure's on. I'm sure Luke is willing you on. Come on, Dad, he's saying, I'm sure.
All right, last attempt. See if he can make his adjustments.
Oh, he's lifted his head there. Can we see a replay there? You saw he just got up off of the shot even before he'd struck the cue ball. Cue came up and tip came off the top of the cue ball. What a shame, because he nearly made it twice.
Kevin's doing his thing.
I can hear him. I can hear a mouse clicking away. He's frantically trying to get that back. But if you keep an eye on his head, you will see the head came up, the cue came up, and that caused the miscue. Here it comes. Watch his head. See that where he come up off the shot. Yeah, that was going to be the best angle actually.
Here you go.
Here it comes. Yeah, watch here. See him coming up off the shot. Lots of body movement.
Yeah, when you miscue on your third jump like that, it's such a shame because like you're gearing up for it, you're gonna get it, and then you miscue. It's like, man.
Yeah.
All right, here's a pool shot.
Worse than not actually. Oh, I love this shot. High left on the cue ball. Another practice shot I used to get the cue going. He's gone a little bit
short.
Wide.
I don't think he had a lot of top on that actually. I think he used mainly just side spin. So I think if you add a little more top to this, it'll lengthen that out.
Yeah, so slightly off straight. High on the cue ball.
Maybe. Get the combo ball. Oh, man.
Yeah, not the purest of strokes though. I'm sure he'll get it this time though. He's had 2 good practice swings at it. Oh, the pain.
All right, here we go. Third attempt. That looks better.
There you go. There you go. There
Just
you
don't
go.
hit the. Oh. Man, when I saw the cue ball coming down the bottom rail, I'm like, oh, don't just knock the 8-all away. Wow.
That's your fault, Brian. You jinxed it.
Yeah, it's my fault, I guess. Yeah, good stroke. He made his adjustment to lengthen it out and then over-lengthened. It was interesting, Mark, after I think it was either our Worlds that you were at or another event, you saw this shot. Literally a week later, you were in my hometown, actually, Wilmington, Ohio, for a Predator event, and one of the players had literally this exact same setup. He went 2 rails to get position, but scratch. And you're like, hey, that's just like the shot from the artistic pool program.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what was that name of that place we went to in Ohio?
The Roberts Center.
No. When we went to play pool, when we went in that pool room.
Oh,
Wasn't that you?
No, it wasn't me.
I think it was called Banks or something.
Bank shot
Maybe?
billiards?
I can't remember. Maybe.
All right, so we have another variation of like the force follow inside. So Mike's going to do a very similar.
Moody?
No, that was Gaston. He just hit a 10-point shot.
Well, he's got both sons now, look. Andrew Hewitt says, come on, Dad, you're supposed to put the ball in the pocket. I think he knows that. He's trying his best.
All right, second attempt here for Mike. See if we can get this to go. Who's hitting this good in practice? Good attempt. Look at this.
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Oh, I say perfect. Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
He's done a Jason Lynch.
Oh, man.
Oh.
We would like to thank Diamond Billiard Products for sponsoring the Tight Pocket tables.
Yeah.
We know that these are 4.5, but he's getting into it.
He almost hit the 8 before the helper ball, actually.
Yeah, if you would have had the combo actually more angled to where the cue ball would have went, that would have been good. Jason says, welcome to artistic pool, Mike.
Yeah.
All right,
Andrew
here we go.
Sozio knows all about this.
Oh, man, yeah. All right, come on, Mike. Here you go. Hit the exact same. Hopefully he moved his combo a little bit. Come on, if it goes dead center, doesn't matter. Nicely done.
Fantastic.
I just turned my head around. I'm like, wow, we got a full room in here. Or almost full room in here. That's awesome.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Boys and Girls Club in America there, Brian? What they do and what you're raising money for them?
Yeah, so they, I've been familiar with them. So they do we're almost like kind of like a YMCA thing, to where kids can come here, after school, before school, on the weekends, be involved in programs. Kind of gets them off the streets, gets them away from maybe a bad element, and just a really great thing for them. And all the door proceeds are going to them. So the daily ticket sales, the VIP ticket sales. We're also doing some split drawings and everything. So we're going to hopefully raise a good chunk of money for them. And like I said, we have something in store for them Friday night at our VIP mixer. Not going to go into detail what that's going to be, but we'll let everybody know on the stream on Saturday what that is.
I thought you might let it slip, but as professional as you are, of course you didn't.
Oh, look at Mike. Look at this shot.
With bated breath.
Come on.
Oh.
Man, these 3 real force follows, man. Jason's throwing his pencil up. He's like, what? Mike struck that really, really good.
Oh.
Since you're asking, Mark, I might text you what we're going to do.
No,
So
don't,
you
because
know.
No, but then I might let it slip myself. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
Don't tell me.
Okay, we'll tell you Saturday.
It's impossible for me to keep a secret, Brian, so never tell me anything you don't want me
Does
pleaded.
it get it?
Go on.
Hurry,
go
hurry!
on.
My goodness.
The only consolation about this particular shot is it doesn't take any setting up. It's quite easy to set.
I know, right? Just put it on the 1x1 diamond intersection in there. Look at this. Oh, man, that's so
I just
crazy.
nestled on it.
All right, third attempt. Come on, Mike. Just a little quarter ball rotation more. Oh, they missing the pockets. Crazy. All right, we are going into our 9-point follow shots, so we only have 2 more shots apiece.
Unmistakable laugh of Jason Freddie Lynch.
Yep, that's
So you have
true.
some pretty good sponsors as well, Brian, right, in this year's tournament. Some big sponsors come on board, like Chevrolet.
Yep, there's a local Chevrolet dealer that put in, I think, $2,000 into this event. So Jason was moving a lot the last couple of months. And like I said, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have this event. Yep, I have a feeling all 3 of these guys are going to shoot this shot. Bank the 1 and 3 out of the way, follow up, make the 3.
So you mean we might get paid this time?
Ooh.
Just kidding. They always pay us.
That's 2 you got me on today.
Guess I didn't sleep so well last night. I'm grumpy today.
That's okay. That's payback for getting Mark yesterday, so.
Give him some coffee and turn his microphone off, Brian.
He's got coffee. All right,
Turn
here we
his
go.
mic off then.
Here we go, Mr. Hewitt. Oh, man. You know, talk. Wow, these guys are getting some bad rolls. He hit that pretty good, too.
Looks like a real fun guy, Mike Hewitt. I bet he's a real good dad. I bet he does lots of great things with his kids.
Well, we got one of his kids in the chat, so maybe they can shed some light on that. So see how he makes his adjustment. Does he pull the 3 ball out a little bit, or does he catch the 1 a little more fuller so then the cue ball hugs the rail a little more to come up for the 3 ball? You can do a couple different things here. See what he does. But he's smiling. He's happy to be here, so here we go.
Yes.
Almost didn't go. Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, he deserved that, didn't he? Got close every time. Oh, it wasn't going to, and then it said, go on, get in there.
And Mike's shooting the same shot, yep. I'm pretty sure Jason's going to shoot this one too. So unfortunately, Mark, probably no window this time.
Well, I'm not happy.
All right, here's Mike's first attempt at this shot.
This isn't a bad second prize, though, to be honest. Instead of a through the window, it's the kind of, nice follow shot as well. So I'm happy. Oh dear.
Yeah, he cut that way too much. And
Cut it really thin, didn't he?
Yeah, he's going to have to catch way more than one ball for that to work.
He
But Mike will
needs to
make the
hit
adjustment.
2 ball.
Okay, here we go. Second attempt, now worth 8 points.
There you go. Best dad and father-in-law. What a lovely thing to have said about you. He just looks that kind of person, you know, really jolly dad. Final attempt then for Mike. Needs to hit this much thicker. Will he use some inside as well, Brian? Just a touch?
You can.
Bit of left-hand spin.
Look at
To hug
this.
the rail. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Nicely done. Mike's the king of adjustments. But yeah, you can use straight top or you can use top with a little bit of inside. Just depends on how you hit it.
I thought you was going to say Mike's king of the jungle. Tarzan, of course.
Yep.
Tom Rossman in the background. Yeah, this perfectly played. Pretty to watch. And then the final drops. Great camera work here actually from Shari, Ross and Kevin at the controls. Our captain of the Starship Enterprise.
And actually what we're going to do is we are going to hold off once we get done with the stream. We're going to let it go because we have a tiebreaker for our follow discipline title winner.
Oh,
So we're going to give you guys some bonus coverage.
all 3 guys. We've still got 2 days to come as well after today. Is that right, Brian?
Yeah, so we'll
Or is
get
it
through
one more day?
we'll get through 6 disciplines today. We'll finish up the prelims tomorrow. We'll start our first round of playoffs tomorrow, and then Saturday will be our quarterfinals, and semifinals, and finals. All right, so Jason made a good adjustment, but it looks like he needs to make a little bit more of an adjustment so he can get the cue ball up the rail.
Last chance saloon. Attempt number 3. 9 ball in the corner.
All right, here we go. Final attempt. New
Just
shot.
never really got close, did he?
Yeah, it's one of those things that this shot you don't have to really overpower, but Jason has a powerful stroke and he shoots that way for most things. So could have been an issue with this. Could have been maybe he had the wrong angle. Did he cut it too much? I mean, there's so many different variables to something like this.
Yeah, he wants to.
All right, this is another cool force follow shot.
Yeah, I like this one as well. Banana the cue ball off the rail around the 9 and make. Sorry,
So-
make the 9 over the. What ball is that on the rail there?
He's
The
hitting
two,
the
is
8,
it?
making the 9. So Mark, when you get some free time, which do you have free time? You need to go. You need to go back and watch the draw follow from last night, and just watch this shot if you want, because all 3 of us hit it. But Florian and I both hit it on our 3rd try. Anthony hit it on his 1st. Florian had an amazing miss On his second attempt, I couldn't believe he missed it. On his third attempt, he probably could have cleared 4 or 5 blocker balls and then still hit it.
Wow.
So go back and check that out.
So, who have we got next on the stream? Do we know?
Give me a second. Oh, look at this.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Mike's like, I needed that. So give me a second, and I will tell you who's going to be on bank kick and stroke for the next round. Look at that
Beautiful
spin.
shot. The measle white really was a great invention, wasn't it? So you can see the amount of spin on
Absolutely.
that cue ball.
So at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, for bank kick and stroke, we will have our defending national champion, Steve Markle. We will have, returning to the sport after about a 3 or 4 year hiatus, a former world champion in Will DeYonker. And we will have Jimmy Glanville, who I believe will be here for the tiebreaker for follow. He scored a 39 follow, and I can't remember who else got the 39, but they're going to be a tiebreaker here. And good to see Chris Rodrum in the chat. We miss you, Chris. We know you were supposed to be here, so we'll see you at the next one.
Oh, this is a great view of this. Watch the cue ball arc around. There it goes. Brilliant.
Hit that really, really good.
Yeah, it kind of suits his stroke, doesn't it? That shot can really let the stroke out. Nice, powerful stroke. Same shot for Mr. Hewitt.
Absolutely. You see like where his placement of that first blocker ball is on that point. Allows that to pop out a little bit and get more spin on it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so see if they can duplicate us last night and have all 3 of them make it.
So you putting high right, yes?
Either high left or straight high.
Straight high, okay. Got into it too much.
Yep, so that means he caught too much of the ball. He hit it too full. So that means he's going to have to cut it a little bit more. But the stroke's there. Yep, and he's doing the same setup as Jason, which doesn't surprise me since Jason worked with him. All right, here we go. Second
Real
attempt.
family affair. I think we've got his daughter in the chat now as well, either his daughter or his wife as well, Kaylin. All watching proudly. Come on, Dad. Dad, look, there you go. Go, Dad, I love you. Oh, how sweet.
All right, so now with the cue ball coming out like that, that means he over-adjusted. He cut it too much. So now he's going to have to go right in the middle where he was at. So here we go. Last shot of this round, and then we'll have our playoff. Cut it a little bit too much. Alrighty, good round, fellas. Anytime you can tie Mike Massey in a discipline round, that's pretty good. All right, so now we're going to have our playoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a tiebreaker in the foul category. So in our tournaments, basically, you have the opportunity, each one of the disciplines, to score up to 40 points. And anything lower than that, we actually do a tiebreaker. And we have one signature shot from each one of the disciplines. And the one signature shot from the foul is a window shot. And so
Yes.
if 2 players in this category had scored both 40, we actually award 2 world titles for that discipline. So we got Jimmy Glanville and Dan Hosham, both scoring 39 in the follow.
Round of applause for the boys. Come on.
We never did. You go straight into it.
All right, guys, there is.
No warm up. Toss you to the wolves.
Well, the thing is, we always had everybody shooting at the same time. So
Now, in the event that both players make this on the first attempt, what happens is we grab the 10-point shots from that category and draw randomly one of the 10-point shots. So, gentlemen, come out and lag.
all right, so now these guys are going to lag, and whoever wins is going to determine who shoots the shot first.
Score this time at any discipline, the World Championship, it's very difficult. So here we go.
And that's pretty cool for Dan to come back after like 5, 6, 7 years and this.
Yeah, he was on the stream yesterday, wasn't he?
Yep.
Your lookalike, your doppelganger.
You can shoot first or you can shoot first. All right, Jimmy.
Jamie's going to shoot first. So guess what, Mark? You get your wish. You get the window shot.
Oh, I'm a happy man now. I just love this, but I want to see it done. I don't just want them to see it attempted. Come on, guys.
The program has been around for a long time. Tom, how long has the window shot been around?
Jason's like, been around for a long time. Tom, how long it's been around? Tom says, long time.
40 years, shot's been shot. That's the window shot. Window shot. Yes, you do. That is the tiebreaker for the foul. Window shot.
Yeah, I met Mr. Glanville in the league room. Great guy. Was there with his wife, and also has some great tricks that he puts on his Facebook page.
And what's really cool is like everybody in the room has kind of came around here. All the players are in here in the arena watching this.
Plus all the competitors that were in this round, guys, who are waiting for the So after this group is finished, we will be done with draw and follow. We'll be halfway through the preliminary rounds. And the next group that's coming in is going to bank it up and stroke category. So you're going to see some stroke shots that are coming in. 2 millimeters away from the cue ball. A lot of spin. It's going to be a lot of fun in a few minutes.
Absolutely. It's my
And
favorite
mine
follow
as
shot,
well.
too. I shoot this in
And
every
mine.
shot I do.
I love it too.
We all love it.
So in this shot, Jimmy's setting up a 2-ball gap.
That's a small window.
So we've got 5 balls.
That is a small window.
Gap and another 5 balls.
It's less than the length of a dollar bill.
So as the balls he's got sitting here, he'll hit the cue ball into the 2. He'll cross bank the 2. The 3 will go down the corner. So 1 on the side, and the cue ball arc through to make the 8 ball in the corner pocket.
What a great shot. I mean, there's so much to this shot, and you have to stroke it perfectly as well. Oh.
All right, so he gets another attempt at it. So it's just like in a tournament. He gets 3 swings at it. But if he makes it on his first try, and then Dan makes it on his first, then Dan gets a discipline medal. That was close.
While Jimmy's setting up, we'd like to thank some of the sponsors of the event.
So the adjustment is, if I'm him, I hit it exactly the same way. Just pull the 8 ball out just a hair.
Graf Chevrolet of Bay City,
Like that.
W. Hilton, and Glory Jeans. I went to
There is an adjustment with the cue ball. You can do that too, but he hit it really, really good. So I wouldn't change any of that. Just move the 8 ball just a hair.
So he's
Here we
hitting
go.
the 2 ball here, right? Is he
You're-
hitting the 2?
You hit between the 1 and the 2.
Right. Yes.
You got it. Second attempt.
Come on, Dan. Makes it on the first try, the discipline medal's his. Makes it on the second, we go to the 10-pointers.
Sorry, everyone, I shoot it this side.
Look at that. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Such a tough shot.
Yeah, he hit that so good.
I mean, he hit it beautifully both times, didn't he? But as you said, for the second one, he just pulled that 8 ball out slightly. I mean, look at that. Oh.
And here's what makes this is more clutch. Dan played in this round, so he's loose. Jimmy's in my round, so he hadn't played yet. He probably hasn't even hit a ball yet, and comes in and does that. How clutch is that? How strong is that?
Yeah, well, that changes the whole scenario. I didn't realise that. There's you see in the background, the reigning world champion with his mask on.
Yeah, everybody's over here. Abram's over there. Florian's over there. Everybody's over here watching this.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen Florian at one of these events as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing him play at some stage. I haven't had the pleasure yet.
All right, here we go. Dan hits his first try. He gets it.
I didn't get the follow.
All right.
Well stopped.
Yeah, he has to hit this. If he hits it, we go to a tiebreaker. If he doesn't hit it, Jimmy wins the medal.
He's a little bit nervous. I remember the first big tournament I ever played. It was a 9-ball tournament. We were using the magic rack to rack the balls, and I was so nervous. Every time I racked the balls, my hands were shaking so much it opened them all up again, and I actually had to ask a friend to come and rack them. I was so nervous.
All right, guys, here we go.
Come on.
He hit the window. Jimmy gets it.
You guys in the window. Congratulations.
Yeah, just caught the ball.
2023 World Follow Champion. All right, just a few minutes. We're going to have the players coming in and warming up.
Yeah, although he made it, just clipped that ball, you see, on his way through.
That was crazy. Well, Mark, it was an honor. It was a pleasure to commentate with you again. You got to see your shot, so I hope you had a good time watching this.
They saved the best till last, didn't they? Thank you so much, Brian. Always a delight to share the booth with such a knowledgeable guy on this subject as yourself. Thank you so much. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll be back a little bit later. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Our next round will be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's about 2.5 hours from now. So, Mark, go get a nap, and we'll see the rest of you guys in about 2.5 hours. Thank you guys for watching. I am Kevin Ross. Wait a few minutes before you start napping. I'm Kevin Ross, along with Brian Pauly, Mark White. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See you guys.